So seeing more and more people trying to take their own approach at what they did on The Mandalorian, which was use virtual sets to extend their background or just create their background, I wanted to create my own version of this. But I don't have a projector, I don't have live 3D camera tracking software, I don't have all these things. So I wanted to try and create this only using the stuff in my house. So I got to work and I'm like, well, why don't I just use my TV downstairs? Now I have a pretty big TV downstairs, big enough that I can record the background without it clipping the side. So if you have a smaller TV, this might not work for you, but you saw the results. I think it turned out really well, but I just got my sister to come downstairs. I told her to stand in front of the TV. She didn't really know what was going on, but that's fine. I set up lights to match the background. So for the forest, I had a daylight looking setup for the lights with a key light and just one more light separating her from the background. But then I did another one in the city at night and I switched the lights, so kept them at the same brightness, but I had the key light with a blue gel on it so that it gave her a more blue appearance to match the background. And then there was a red light in the background on the TV, so then I also matched that with a red gel on the light that was separating her from the background. Oh, and I forgot to mention that for an actor or a person that has never acted on a green screen or doesn't know what to do on a green screen, this can actually help because they can see the background and there's sound. Well, depending if you're using the sound of the environment, but I had for the forest, a forest environment and the forest sound, so there was birds chirping and it was surround sound because it was on the TV in my basement. 3, 2, 1, go. I mean, she didn't feel like she was in a forest, but she knew enough what it looked like that she could act, because she's not an actor or, I don't know. So that helped her a lot versus being on a green screen. Obviously I don't have a full set of LEDs lighting the whole scene, matching the lighting from everything and every single angle, so I took my own approach by this and I just set up more lights to match the background, and it turned out pretty well. I actually think it turned out better than I've ever gotten a green screen key to look, which says something. And I also compared this to setting up my sister on the green screen with the exact same lighting setup, exact same gels, and arguably it turned out way better given I didn't have that much time. I only had like maybe 5-10 minutes with my sister on the green screen, so I couldn't properly set up the lights for the green screen to evenly light it so that there's a clean key, so keep that in mind. But when even looking at her hair, comparing the shots, her hair is mushy on the green screen, whereas there is nothing to key out, it's just all in camera with the TV in the background. There is natural light wrap, there's no fluffy, gross, soft light wrap around her, and I think it actually turned out pretty good. Am I going to use this in the future? Yeah, probably. And also, it records all in camera. You don't have to change anything afterwards. I could just go and color grade this and make it look pretty in my software, not have to go and composite and do all that headache after. So I actually really like this, and I would suggest that you use it too, to your advantage. And yeah, it sucks because you either have to have a projector or a TV, but I think actually TVs might work better unless you have a really expensive projector, because TVs are actually bright and the white part of the TV is pretty much bright enough so that it almost clips in the background to a natural daylight or sunlight in the background, whereas projectors are more faint and the whites end up more looking like grays. But that's all preference, I guess. And I know this isn't like an actual virtual set with parallax and everything like that. This is as close as I could come to that with, it's basically just rear projection, but which has been done forever. But I'm going to see if I can actually create this with parallax by using different shots that I get before I record the video and then add them in so that we have the same parallax. So I'm trying to think around the box, outside of the box. Okay, but if you like this video and if you try this out, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. Subscribe and like, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.